Good morning and welcome to Soul Focus TV. I'm Coach Betsy, and today we're actually going to be doing chair yoga. Now, I know not everybody thinks chair yoga is for them, but if you don't have a lot of space, or maybe it is getting a little difficult for you to get up and down off the floor, or maybe you're just curious about what a chair yoga class is, this is a good opportunity to check it out and see. All you need is a chair. I recommend having a block. If you don't have a block, a small but firm pillow will do, because you're actually going to put your feet on it, and then we're going to use the block in a couple of other ways shortly as well. So this program is called Let's Have a Namaste. So I hope everybody's having a namaste today. And just a few pointers. With chair yoga, this is not a geriatric chair yoga class, so we are going to be fairly active and also standing towards the end. So just do what you can do. Most of it's going to be pretty easy. I think everybody can do all of it. And if you have to sit down and take a break, you got your chair. So get yourself a chair, get yourself a block, and we'll get ready to begin. So as always, we're just going to start with center. Centering is always an important part of yoga. So you're going to sit. I've got my chair, my block in front of me with my feet on top of the block. My feet are bare, but if you prefer keeping shoes on, that's up to you. We're just going to close our eyes and turn our palms upward. Just begin to focus on your breath, that vital force. Let's have a nice deep breath in through the nose and out. Again, inhale, exhale, and do one more deep breath and let it go. Now just observing the mind for a few moments. It's especially important right now when we have a lot going on in our mind. Some of us are going to display that by being upset. Some are going to bury it. Or maybe, everybody's doing fine. That's great. But when you explore your mind, when you connect with your mind, you can then begin to connect with your body. Speaking of that body, how is your neck and your shoulders? How are your hips and your spine? As we move down into the legs, how are your knees, your ankles, and your feet? And just let all that tension right out the bottom of your feet. And on this next breath, we're just going to begin to move by bringing the arms up. Inhale and exhale. Again. One more time. Now we're going to add a little twist to this. So we're going to inhale and turn to the right. Exhale. Inhale. Turn to the left. I'm actually bringing that other arm behind the back of my chair, if you can. If you can't, just grab the back of your chair. Do whatever you can do. Now on this next breath, we're just going to go to that right side, and we're going to hold the front of your chair. I'm holding it between my legs, the back of your chair. Holding onto the back ridge of my chair and pulling myself to the right. Stay with your breath. Now on this next breath, let's go to the left. Same thing. Middle of the chair, the back of the chair. And we're just going to come back to the center, dropping the chin to the chest. Just shake your head a little. Shake it no. Shake it yes. And then from here, slowly take a deep breath in and slowly lift the head up as we tilt it back to exhale. And inhale, the chin comes to the chest. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Let's roll over to the right shoulder. And then gently roll to the left shoulder. Again, inhale, roll to the right. Exhale. And inhale, roll to the left. Now slowly bring your chin back to the center of your chest so you can lift the head up. We're just going to roll the shoulders back and then roll them forward. Beautiful. Now, the next thing we're going to do, I call it my chair salutation. It's a little series that we're going to add, adding on. In the end, it's going to be like a little sun salutation. So, we're going to take the first deep breath, inhale, and we're just going to really let it go. And then come on up. Again, inhale, just let it go. Inhale, exhale. Just one more time. And exhale. Now this time we're going to grab the side of our chair with the left hand and bring that right arm all the way over. Nice deep breath. Exhale. Then we're going to switch sides, grabbing that right side and bringing that left arm over. Again, inhale, exhale. Since you're holding on, just really give yourself a nice stretch. You're not going to go anywhere. Chair is like a giant prop with all kinds of places to hold on. Inhale, exhale. Try to keep it alongside of your head, not here. Right next to your ear. One more time on each side. Inhale, exhale. And inhale, exhale. Now we're putting those two together, so it's just one of each though. Inhale, let it go. And then as we come up, just one on each side this time. Inhale, exhale. And then switch. Inhale, exhale. Now the next thing we're going to do is leave our right foot on the block. Inhale, extend that left foot. And as you exhale, point your toe and push that leg to the floor. It's kind of like a chair version of a Janu Sirsasana. One knee is still bent, the other leg is straight. Just breathe. Now we're just going to walk up that leg and switch and bring that left foot to the block. Extend the right foot. Inhale, point your toe, and as you exhale, press that foot to the floor. And then we're just going to walk back up that leg. And with both feet back on the block, we're going to string those three together. Inhale, just let it go. Inhale up. Let's grab the side of that chair. Exhale. Inhale, switching sides. Exhale. And then as we come back to the center, inhale as we extend that foot, pointing the toe. Exhale. Press that foot to the floor. And then we'll walk up that leg and switch. Extending the other leg. Inhale. Point the toe. Exhale. Press it to the floor. And we'll walk back up that leg. Now we're going to cross that right foot to the left leg. Inhale, open the chest, and then exhale, wrap those arms around that right knee and just hug it close to your chest. There's a very subtle little twist going on here. We're also doing some compression posture, pulling that leg into the lower belly. And then we're going to release and switch. Inhale, cross that foot to the other leg, open up the chest. Exhale, wrap your arms around that leg, pull it to your chest. And we're just going to bring both feet to the block again. I'm going to pull all that together. Inhale, exhale. Inhale up, grab the side of your chair, exhale. Inhale, switching, exhale. Inhale, extend that left foot, point your toe. Exhale, pressing that leg to the floor. Walking up that leg, we'll switch feet. The right foot comes up. Inhale, point the toe. Exhale to the floor. Now in this next breath, let's pick up that right foot and cross it to the left knee. Inhale, this is where we open the chest. I actually arch my back a little here. And then exhale and grab that knee. Stay with your breath. And then we're going to open up and switching legs. Just pick up that foot if you have to. Open the chest. Inhale, exhale. And then we're going to add the final part today, which will be a cobra. So I have my feet on my block. I'm actually going to slide my block out, holding onto the sides of my chair and wiggling to the edge of my chair, and then arching the back. So I'm pointing my toes. You can't see my feet in this video, but I'm pointing my toes, arching my back. If I was laying on my belly, this would be a cobra. Nice deep breath. Exhale. Let's have one more deep breath here. Let it go. And then slowly lift the head first. And after you lift your head, you can pull your feet back in. And then we'll just sort of wiggle back into the chair. So we're going to put the whole thing together and run through it 3 times. I might do a little less talking, so just follow along. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, leaning to the right, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, straighten that leg, point the toe. Exhale. Let's change legs. Inhale, point the toe. Exhale. Inhale, cross that foot to your knee, open the chest. Exhale. Inhale, switching sides. Open the chest. Exhale. Inhale, both feet are on the floor. Slide your block out, arching the back. Exhale. Inhale, lift the head, pull your feet back in. Wiggle back into your chair. Lift the arms up. Exhale, round 2. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, point that foot. Point the foot, bring the foot to the floor. Exhale. Switching sides. Point the foot. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, cross it to your other leg. Open the chest. Exhale. Inhale, switching sides. Open the chest. Exhale. And then inhale our Cobra Bhujangasana. Slide your feet out. You have a pillow there, you're using a pillow the same way. Arch the back. Exhale. Inhaling, lift the head. Pull your feet back in. And wiggle back into the chair. Exhale. We have one more round. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale. Foot to the floor. Walk up that leg, changing sides. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Crossing that leg, opening the chest. Exhale. Inhale. Switching sides. Do what you have to do. Exhale. Some of us are a little more graceful than others. And then finally, with our last Bhujangasana, slide your feet out. Try to go a little deeper this time. Really wiggle yourself to the edge of that chair. Arch your back. Arms are nice and straight. Exhale. And then we'll slowly lift the head as we inhale. Pull our feet back in. And wiggle back into the chair. Exhale. So that was 3 rounds of my chair salutation. It's a nice warm-up. Anytime you do a sun salutation of any kind, you're actually doing a little vinyasa because we're linking our breath to movement. So hopefully you enjoyed that little vinyasa and hopefully you're warmed up. So now we're going to move on to some more postures. First one, we're just going to take that right knee and cross it over. This is a spinal twist, Ardha Matsyendrasana. The arms come up. Now I've got my right leg crossed over my left. So I'm going to take my left arm and wrap it around the knee and grab the back of my chair with the right. You could also take the elbow, just like we do it on the floor. I take the elbow to the outside of the knee. This is a pretty deep twist. Doesn't matter that we're sitting in a chair. Just make sure you turn your head to the right as well. Nice deep breath. Exhale. And then we're going to come back to the center. And we're just going to switch sides, bringing the left leg over the right. The arms float up as we inhale, and then exhaling, the right arm grabs the knee, and the left arm grabs that chair. And you have that option to go deeper using your elbow. Turn your head to the left, and breathe. One more deep breath here. And we come back to the center. We're going to take our feet to the outside of the block this time. So our feet are on the floor. Or on, if you have a pillow there, your feet are on the sides of your pillow. We're going to inhale and go all the way down toward the block. So our hands are on that block. Remember, if you have a block, you can turn the block any position. So if you have trouble going all the way down, use a different position. I'm going to lay mine flat. Just drop your head. Your knees are open, so you're going to feel a little hip flexor stretch here. Now we're just going to pick that block up and lift it over the head, or pick up your small pillow. Inhale, lean to the right, exhale. Inhale, lean to the left, exhale. Or if you have a small ball, inhale and put the block back down and then sit up again. We're going to do that again. Inhale, pick up your block or your pillow, bring it over your head, exhale. Inhale to the right, exhale. Inhale to the left, exhale. And then we'll bring that block back to the floor. And then we're just going to sit up. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale, picking up that block, lift it up. Inhale to the right, exhale. Inhale to the left, exhale. And coming back to center, we're going to put that block down and come back up. It's a little bit like doing sit-ups too, because we keep doing that spinal flexion forward using our abdominal muscles. Okay, we're going to bring our feet back onto our block. This time we're going to cross our right foot to our left knee like we did in our chair salutation. We're going to take our arms out to the side, and then we're going to grab that right leg with our left knee, but we're going to take the left arm behind us this time. So in the chair salutation we did this way, You're going to take that arm behind the chair and really get a nice twist. It's very, very similar to a real spinal twist if you were sitting on the floor. Nice deep breath. Exhale. And then you come back to the front. And switching legs, we're going to bring our left foot to our right knee. Bring the arms up, and only the right arm grabs the knee as the left arm goes behind. And breathe. Nice deep breath. Exhale. And then on this next breath, we'll come back to the center and bring our feet to the block. We're going to bring our feet to the floor again. And this time we're going to inhale and go down to that block. We're going to stay here though, keeping your feet fairly wide. We're going to keep our right hand on the block and lift our left arm up as we go into a sitting forward bend. That becomes a rotated twist. Try to get that arm straight up. So we don't want to be here. Try to get it all the way up. Nice deep breath. Exhale. And then we'll slowly switch hands, bringing the left hand to the block and bringing that right hand up. My arms are both straight. I almost have a straight line from one wrist straight through my shoulders to the other wrist. Turning my head as well. And then we'll slowly bring our hand back to the block. Bring your hands to your knees and gently push yourself back up. Let's roll those shoulders back a couple of times. And forward. Good. Now we're going to take our feet a little bit wider. Inhale. Let's come down to that block again. But this time, we're going to walk over to our right ankle and just hold. If you have to bring the block with you or put your hands on the block, that's always okay. Nice deep breath. Exhale. Now let's come back to the center, or take your block with you. And then we're going to go over to the other leg. So we're kind of opening up the hip of the opposite side when we do this. And we're going to come back to that block and move our feet in a little bit. Bring your hands to your knees and push yourself back up. Okay, let's bring our feet back onto our block. From here, holding onto your chair, I want you to lift your leg up and down. Lift it up and down. Up and down. Let's just do one more. Up, and then we'll switch to the other leg. Up and down. Just straighten that leg. Up. One more time. You might need to use a strap here. If you have a strap, you can use it. Put it under your foot. We're going to lift it up, out, in, and down. Up, out, in, down. Up, out, in, down. Up, out, in, and then we'll switch. Up, out, in, up. Two more. Up, out, in. One more time. Up, out, in, and down. Beautiful. Now we're going to go into a pose called the eagle pose. I'm going to cross my right leg over again. Now here you have a choice of just doing this, or you might be able to wrap that foot around the ankle, which would be traditional. Normally this would be done standing with a little bit of a squat, Sitting, it's a little bit easier. In some ways, it's challenging still though. So I've got my right knee crossed over my left and my foot is wrapped around the ankle. Now I bring my arms up, inhale, and I'm going to very quickly pass my left elbow under the right. And I'm going to try to put the fingertips of my left hand into the palm of my right hand. Lift your elbows up, and then inhaling, come forward. As we come into our eagle pose. And breathe. When we do eagle pose, we're actually opening up the shoulder blades and opening up the back of the hips. You can imagine our shoulder blades are pulling apart here, and when we cross our knees like this, we're opening the back, so it's really nice for the back of our body. Let's come up, inhale, and then we're going to exhale. And switching sides, crossing the left leg over the right. Again, you can just cross your leg like that, or try to wrap that foot around the ankle. Bring the arms up. Now this time my right arm is going to quickly pass under to my left. And my right fingertips go into the palm of my left hand. Lift the elbows up. Inhale. Exhale. Forward. And breathe. Let's have one more deep breath here. Exhale. And then we're going to come back up and relax. Let's take our feet to the side of our block again. Inhale and exhale. My hands are on the block or the floor. Just letting those hips open up in a nice neutral position. My head is down. Let's have one more deep breath here. Exhale. And then again, bringing your hands to the knees. Maybe you don't have to do that, but it's nice. Gives you a little bit of an advantage. Now we're going to hold onto the chair with both hands and grab the block or the pillow with our feet. And we're going to lift the block with our feet and put it down. This is excellent for strengthening your knees. Inhale, exhale. Just squeezing that block or that pillow. A lot of gyms have a machine, a leg extension machine. It's a lot more stressful on the knee to use the machine, especially if you put too much weight, which so many people do. They think more weight the better. That's not always the case. Sometimes you just need to do something therapeutically. Or even using your own body weight as we're doing here with just that block. Let's do one more. And bring that leg down. Okay, we're going to take our block. Actually, we're going to take our legs a little bit wider. Leave the block where it is for now. But come closer to the edge of your chair. Now we're just going to take one knee at a time and drop it to the center and then lift. I call these my little knee drops. We sometimes do these on the floor in my yoga class. You might recognize the movement. Just dropping one knee and lifting and drop and lift. Drop, lift, drop. This is excellent for the back, believe it or not, because as we drop that knee to the center, we're stretching from the hip into the lower back. Let's do one more on each side. And then we're going to hold it here. Now that block might be right under your knee. You might be able to put your knee on it. My toes are still curled under. My right foot is flat. I'm kind of sitting with the chair under my right leg. I'm going to bring the arms up. Warrior one. Now relax that back foot if you can. If you have to put another pillow under your knee. My knee is actually resting on that block. Inhale, I'm going to open up to warrior two. Exhale. Inhale, back to warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Just a little spinal rotation here. Inhale, warrior one. And this time we're going to hold warrior two. Keeping that front foot nice and flat, the knee is over the ankle. My arms are straight, my shoulders are down. Now look forward over that right hand. Nice and strong in your warrior two. Now let's turn the back palm up as we lift that arm. And we're just going to go a little bit further. It's maybe 2 inches. You're going to feel your core engage here. Nice deep breath. Exhale. Now bending your right elbow, come onto your knee. And we're just going to lean into our right angle pose. You can also bind by taking that arm behind you and holding onto the corner of your chair. If you actually look, if there was a hole in that chair, your hands would be touching. You would be doing a traditional down pose. Just holding onto the corner of that chair with my left arm behind me. Nice deep breath. Exhale. Now we're going to send that left arm back up. And then coming back to warrior two, we'll drop the back hand. Now there's three choices here. You can grab the back of your chair. You can grab the back of your leg. Got my hand on my hamstring. Or if you're a little more advanced, grab your heel. Turn your front palm up. And there's our Chandrasana, or crescent moon. Do the one that works for you. You want to feel safe. If you feel like you're going to fall off the chair, then grab that chair. And somewhere in the middle would be here, with your hand on the back of your leg. Nice deep breath. Exhale. Let's have one more deep breath here. Let it go. And we're just going to come right back to warrior two. We're going to come back to warrior one. And then we're going to open up our knees. And again, holding onto the chair, we're going to do a few more of these little knee dips. Just press one knee at a time, keeping those knees wide, keeping those feet wide. Now let's come over to that left side. So again, my toes are still curled under here. You can't see them. They are. My knee is right over that block. Mine, it's almost touching. We're going to rotate and come into warrior one. Now relax that back foot, letting your knee drop to that block or that pillow, and making sure that your front foot is flat. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Beautiful. Looking over that left hand, let's turn the right palm up as we lift it and just go a little deeper, feeling that core engage. It's your core, or your front of your core in this case, that's pulling you forward. Again, I'm always talking about how muscles always pull. It just helps you understand the dynamic and the physiology behind exercise. Now let's bend that front elbow as we come onto our knee. Letting that arm come right over your ear. Or your option to bind, bringing that arm behind your back and just holding onto that front corner of your chair. You can hold onto that corner even if your arm is just up here. So you have all those choices. But notice I'm trying to keep my shoulders really straight, so I'm not here. I'm here. Nice deep breath. Exhale. Let's have one more deep breath here. Exhale, and we'll bring that arm back up. We'll come back to warrior two. Now we're going to take that back hand. Again, you have the choice of the back of your leg, the chair, or the heel. Turning your front palm up. Chandrasana, look up. Nice deep breath. Exhale. Have another deep breath here. Exhale. And on the next breath, we'll come right back to warrior two. Rotate back to warrior one. And then we're going to open up those knees. But this time, we're just going to grab our ankles and come down, looking down towards the floor. So you don't want to look up. That's hyperextension of your neck. If you can try to bring your hands behind your ankles onto your feet. So I've got my arms wrapped around my ankles going from the inside and around. This is kind of a variation of the tortoise. Let's have one more deep breath here. Exhale. And then bringing your hands to your block, it should still be in the middle somewhere. Push yourself up, and then grabbing your knees, continue to push up. And let's roll those shoulders again. And reverse. Okay, now we've come to the portion of the class where we're going to stand up. As I said before, this isn't really a geriatric yoga class, so it's mostly for people who just can't get down on both the floor. We can stand and we can do balancing. We could probably do a lot of regular yoga once we get up off the floor. So we're going to get up and we're going to walk to the back of our chair. Now holding onto the back of the chair, we're going to lift one leg and then switch and lift the other. And switch. Just stay with your breath and alternate. Let's do one more on each side. Now we're going to put our hands on the seat of the chair. I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to add the opposite arm. So it's inhale, exhale to switch. Inhale, your gaze is to the seat of your chair. Inhale, really lift that leg as high as you can. Let's do one more on each side. Now, we're just going to lift our right leg and our left arm as we come into a variation on Warrior 3. Try to get your head down, your arm is up by your ear, your leg is high. Nice deep breath. Exhale, and then we're going to switch. Left leg goes up, right arm should be the opposite arm from the leg. Head is still down. Now Warrior 3 is a relatively hard pose. When you have one hand on the chair, it's completely doable. Let's have one more deep breath here. Exhale, and then we'll bring the hands to the chair. We're going to bring our hands to the back of our chair. We're going to take a step back on our right foot. And you can continue to hold on with both hands, or you can lift both arms up and you'd be in Warrior 1. If you need to keep one hand on the chair, that's always your option. Good. Now, with both hands on the chair, we're just going to lean forward. You're going to feel this in your calf, and then we're going to lift up. Going forward and up. Forward. Right leg is back, left foot is up. Good. Now we're going to add on. We're going to go forward and back and up and down. Using one hand if you prefer. Back, up, and down. Forward, back. I'm going to use both hands. Up and down. Good. Now from here, we're just going to bring the other leg back, so we're going to go into a downward facing dog. Dropping our head down between the arms, feeling that delicious stretch in our lower back. And then we're going to slowly come up, and we're going to switch feet, bringing our right foot forward and our left foot back. And here you go. You have your Warrior 1. Maybe you're still holding on. That's fine. Then we're going to grab that chair, and we're just going to bend from the waist. Not even from the waist. It's more like you're hinging from your hips. Feeling that stretch in the calf. One more time. Beautiful. Now we're going to put it together. So it's bend, straighten, and down. Down, straighten, up, down. Straighten, up. One more time. Straighten, up, and down. Let's step back into our downward dog again. Dropping your head. Shake your head. Yes, shake it. No. Beautiful. Now as we come up, we're going to walk up to the back of our chair. Now holding onto the sides of our chair. This is another cobra that we're going to do. So holding onto the back of your chair, just squeeze your glutes as tight as you can and arch your back. Letting your head drop back gently and breathe. Let's have one more deep breath here. Exhale. And then we're going to lift our head and stand it up nice and tall. Let's just roll those shoulders again a couple times and forward. Beautiful. We're going to go into tree pose now using the chair. So we're coming to the side of our chair. You can take your block with you. Maybe you guys can see my feet now. We're going to point our right toe and then pull that foot in. You have the option to put your foot on the block if you'd like, or choosing another level above the knee or up to your inner thigh. We're going to take that right arm up, and there's your tree. Now, if you're feeling comfortable and don't really need the chair, you're welcome to come up into your full tree. Nice deep breath. Exhale. Let's have another deep breath here. Exhale. Now let's grab the chair with one arm. We're going to bring our hand to chin neutral and go into tree swaying and breathing. It's really nice to have something to hold on to here. Of course, if you don't really need your chair, you might be able to do it this way. You're welcome to do that. If you have the chair, you might actually go a little bit deeper. We'll come back up and release. We're just going to go right to the other side. Take your block with you. And then holding onto the chair, we're going to point our left foot. Hold that foot in. Use your block if you need to. For a beginner, that would be a good spot. Or come up to another level of your choice, and then we'll bring the other arm up. Again, if you can do it with both arms, go ahead and do it with both arms. And we're going to take that left arm, or the right arm down to the chair as we bring our left hand to chin mudra and go into our tree swaying in the breeze. And if you're more advanced yoga, you're welcome to do both hands. Let's have one more deep breath here. Exhale. And then we're going to come back up. We're going to go to the back of our chair for another downward facing dog. So just walk your feet out and drop your head down between your elbows. And then we're just going to walk back in. Now our final pose today is going to be plank. Now you can do this two ways. I'm going to do it on the chair. So you want to come to the side of your chair and grab the front and back of your chair and then walk yourself out. Now if this doesn't feel safe, or maybe your floor is more slippery, you're welcome to go against a wall. You would put your hands against the wall and then just walk yourself out. It's always a safe alternative. If you're feeling safe, just want to make sure you get your hips down, your gaze is to the seat of your chair, and breathe. And make sure your shoulders are right over your wrists. Let's lift one leg up. And then we're going to switch. And the other leg up. And then if you bring that leg down, walk your feet back in. And then walk yourself back up as we roll those shoulders back again. And forward. We're going to go back to our chair now. We're going to grab your block. But before we sit down, this is going to seem silly, but it's really kind of important. What we're going to do is sit and stand. So it's going to be our choice of doing Utkatasana or awkward chair. You'd be surprised how many people after their 60s, 70s, and older can't get out of a chair. Sounds silly. So if you learn where to put your energy and your muscle strength, this is an excellent exercise. So we're just going to sit down. Now halfway through it, we're in Utkatasana. We're just going to sit. And then to come up, lean forward so you're putting your weight forward. And then engaging your quads, not your knees. You're going to come up and lift those arms up. There's your awkward chair. And then you can stand. Again. Inhale. Now remember, we're just sticking our butt out. Trust that that chair is there, because it is. Halfway down, there's your awkward chair. And then continue. I'll just do this one more time. Again, leaning forward, engaging your quads, letting your arms come forward. That pulls your body weight forward, so you have to engage those legs. There's your awkward chair. And then we come all the way up. And one more time, sitting down. The arms come up. Sit the butt out. And have a seat. Beautiful. So let's bring our little block back to the center and put your feet on top. From here, we're just going to take a few moments to stretch a little bit. So we're going to take our arms up, interlacing our hands. We're just going to lean back and just open that chest. Nice deep breath. And as we come up, we're going to grab the side of that chair and just reach up. We're not so far going this way so much, it's just reaching up. So you're going to feel like your whole rib cage is lifting on that side. And then we'll switch. Now let's take that arm out like we're reaching out to shake someone's hand. And then take the other hand and gently above the elbow, pull that arm over to the side. I like to wiggle the fingers. Beautiful. And then we're going to switch sides. So let's take the other arm out, reaching out like we're trying to reach for someone's hand. And then use the other arm to pull that arm across. Wiggle those fingers. Then we'll come back. We're going to sit back in our chair and bring our arms behind the chair so we can really open up the chest here. I've got my hands clenched behind the chair, opening the chest. And release. And then with our feet on the floor, inhale. Let's go forward one more time with our hands on the block, dropping your head. You might want to open your legs a little wider, really get your rib cage down between your knees. And then we'll slowly come up, pressing into the block, bringing your hands back to the knees and pushing yourself back up. Let's bring our feet back to the block. We're just going to turn our palms back up. I like to bring my bottom of my feet together, so I'm in sort of a variation of cobbler's pose. And just with my hands on my knees, with my palms up, I'm just going to close the eyes for a few moments as we come into our Shavasana, our sitting Shavasana. Just take a few moments to be still, to be present. Just be you. To try to still your mind. If you can't turn the thoughts off, and most of us cannot, you need to switch the thoughts, like switching the channel. Think about something that gives you pleasure. It could be gardening, being creative, or taking a walk, or playing with your dog, or being with your grandkids, or just reading a book, knitting, whatever it is. Buying flowers. Switch the thoughts so you can switch the mood. want you to bring your feet back to your block. We're going to bring our hands to Chi Mudra and bring our arms down to the side of our chair. And this is where we're just going to finish with 3 cleansing breaths. Let's have a nice deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the nose if you can. Again, inhale. Exhale. And one more deep breath. And let it go. Now we'll bring our palms to touch. So we can take a moment to give thanks for this yoga and this chance to be more positive, to be more present, to learn to live to our highest intentions, and always honor that light within. I honor that light in every one of you. Namaste. I just want to take a moment to invite you into our soul focus world by tuning onto our social media. You can follow us on Facebook and our Soul Focus group. You can come into our YouTube channel and join up. We've obviously done that if you're watching this class. And just follow on our website so you can have updates of what's going on. Today I'd like to tell you that we have a semi-opening in the fact that we now have 4 outdoor classes, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 o'clock, as well as a Saturday at 8:30. So we're starting just with these outdoor classes, but stay tuned. You never know what's around the corner. So I hope you enjoyed doing chair yoga with me today. And I just want you to stay calm, stay present, be smart, and always have a namaste.